You want what bugs me? Rats and mice. Let's talk about how to keep them out of your house.
How dare you, insect? How dare you interrupt?
The key to fixing any rodent infestation is excluding them from your structure. There will be rats, mice, and bugs outside. There is nothing you or I can do about it, but we can reduce the numbers and you can prevent them from entering your home. We can also help you identify those entry points in landscaping, making your home more inviting to the pests. A mouse can use a hole 1/4 inch wide, and a full-size rat only needs a 1/2 inch hole to enter their home. They're mostly fluff and blubber, so as long as they can fit their skull through, they can easily squeeze the rest through. These holes can be just about anywhere, so you have to take the time to look, but they do have their preferred areas. If they have enough food, mice can be living in an area as small as 5 feet. Rats tend to venture much further than that, around 100 foot, but once they're established, they like to use the same paths and same areas. Both rats and mice leave clues as to where they have been. The first clue is pretty gross. Rats and mice don't stop to defecate or urinate like most animals do. They just kind of leak out whenever they're full. So you can follow urine trails and rodent droppings along the places where they've been. You can also lightly sprinkle baby powder on the floor overnight and follow the footprints they leave. Rats especially are pretty greasy. So since they like to use the same paths, they leave rub marks on the walls. Greasy smears where they've rubbed their body against something and left a mess. Very similar to the discoloration around light switches if you've never cleaned them from the oils on our hands. Rats can chew through up to steel, so your wall is no match for their chompers. But they tend to chew holes open where there already was a small hole or a gap, like around pipes and wires where they come through the walls. Builders know these areas are out of sight and out of mind for the homeowner, so they never bother to seal them up. Even the silver ring around the hot and the cold pipes under the sink, the shower head, and behind the toilet doesn't seal these gaps. I call these plumbers cheat rings. It allows them to not have to make a pretty hole. They just cut it, throw a pipe through, and the ring will cover up any sins. Pull that ring back and caulk the actual gap around the pipe. Sometimes the one behind the toilet can't be pulled back because there's not enough room. In that case, push it flush with the wall, caulk around it. Another favorite entry point is around the 220 for the stove. Again, the electricians, like the plumbers, know you are going to put a stove there, so they don't seal it or put a baseboard there. Heck, about half you people I talk to have never pulled their stove out. DB Cooper's money could be back there and you wouldn't even know it. Just a little crack is enough for them to chew your quintessential cartoon mouse hole and start stealing your Cheerios. Depending on the material they're chewing on, you can even see the individual teeth marks. All these areas and indicators help us find exactly what they've been up to. They tell on themselves if you pay attention to the clues. So let's move to the outside. Some of the common entry points are the pipes and wires of the AC unit, around other pipes and wires, crawl doors that don't seal, and crawl vents that are damaged or chewed through. Once they are in the crawl space, there are many entry points that they can crawl up, like under tubs and showers. And they are great climbers. I've seen them scale a wall floor to ceiling. No garage door seals correctly, so they can easily squeeze under the corners at the edges, so you might as well consider the garage as an outside area. That means sealing the pipes and wires inside the garage is important as well. Under the sinks, the drop sinks, or where your water heater, because those go directly into the house. If you can see light around your door when it's closed, it needs new weather stripping. It wears out, it needs to be replaced periodically. That's normal. Also consider utility lines. Remember, they're great climbers. The trees touching the house or even just overhanging are an easy way for pests to access the house. Just cut them back. Okay, so what do you do about all this mess? It is really as simple as sealing up the holes. It's not that hard, but you have to put in the time. Silicone caulk is what I recommend. For most holes and gaps, it is designed to expand and contract with heat and humidity changes like you would obviously have in a kitchen or bathroom or outside. You can also get it in clear, so if your caulking is not as pretty as you would like, it doesn't show up as easily, and you don't have to worry about color or painting because it's clear. If you use a piece of cardboard, you can smooth the caulk and make it look better and don't have to spend money on a specialty tool for that. For the larger holes and ones that don't have to be pretty, you can use expanding foam. Be careful, as both of these materials can be messy, but especially the expanding foam. Most people put way too much out, and that can actually be detrimental as well. That's why it is best to shave off any excess after it cures, because as it expands, it leaves small holes you can't see until you do that. With rodents, even though they can chew through up to steel, if they can't smell through it, then they almost always leave it alone. And if they do chew it out again, it will be obvious, and you know you need to do something more robust like wood or metal. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you accomplish the exclusion as far as rats and mice go, as long as it is done. That is just as if not more important than any baiting, killing, or trapping. I usually recommend you to do the exclusion work yourself. It's cheap and easy. We can do the exclusion for you for a price, or if it's more complicated, we can call United Home Services for that professional touch. Exclusion is paramount in your fight against pests, not just rats and mice, but all bugs, and water and air for your AC. It can affect all that too. There will always be pests outside. We can treat them, we can kill them, we can prevent them, but anytime you have a pest inside the house, the pest is not the problem. It is an effect of the real problem. The real problem is the hole they entered through, the mess that you left out that attracted them, or the landscaping that attracted them. Fix the real problem for less pests. Whatbugsme! Holes in the house letting mice and rats in. Seal them up. Just seal them up. And anything you got left, I'd love to kill them.
Killing me, Smalls!
How's everybody doing tonight?
Yes, for certain. There is no stopping them. The